Hello, welcome to this video tutorial. This tutorial is about how to use a free tool to do your due diligence when you want to buy stocks and shares on the Nigerian Stock Exchange, as well as how to use this tool to analyze the performance of your stocks and shares. So let's go. Let me log in and show you how to do it. To be able to use the tool that I'm referring to, you need to log in into this website. And the name of the website is stocksanalysis.com. So I'll show you. You type into your browser www.stockanalysis.com. You can either log in, you can either enter this web link into your web browser and go to the website of stockanalysis.com, or you can download their app through Google Play or through the App Store. But I'm going to be doing this on their website. So once you've got into this website, I will encourage you to register to use the website. The registration is free, though they have a paid version, but you don't have to register for the paid version. You don't have to pay any subscription. Just do your free registration, use the tool as normal. And you can also download the Google app. So now we are in the website. How do we go about using the tool? You can see where it says company or stock symbol. So you type in the name of your stock. So let's say I want to start with Boa Food. Now, another thing you will notice is that these stocks are preceded by different abbreviations. So you want to select the one that is preceded by NGX, and then you select the name of your stock. So the one I want to use for now is Boa Food PLC. And you can see it says NGX Boa Food PLC. Okay. So you make sure you select the right stock. Okay. I've got Boa Food PLC. For me to be able to do an analysis to my stocks, it is better that I add more stocks, because I can analyze one stock, but it's better to add more so that I can compare them. But using one stock, let me just quickly show you what you can do with each of the stock you enter. So you can see this is the current price of Boa Food PLC. You can look into the financials of this company. You can look into the statistics. You can look into the dividend history of this stock. You can see the dividend history. Okay. You can also see the history of how the stock has performed, the capital growth. You can look at 1 month growth for the stock. You can look at 3 months. You can look at year to date, 1 year performance, and you can look at a maximum. Okay. And you can look at the profile of the company. And you can do this for each stock that you entered onto this website. So it tells you when the company was founded, the industry, how many employees, the name of the CEO. So you can see a lot of things about each stock you enter. Okay, now let's move on. So for me to do a comparison of different stocks and to be able to analyze them, I then need to click on watch list. And this is how you begin to add more stocks to this tool. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is to add another name. Okay, let me look for another name of my stocks. Okay, okay, let me add Gitco. Okay, Gitco. Remember, you have to look at the first 3 letters and make sure you are selecting the stock that's listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. You can also see there is another JIT code here, and the first three letter is LON. That means this particular JIT code stock is listed the London Stock Exchange, but I want to use or select the one that is listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Okay, so I'll click the one listed on Nigerian Stock Exchange, and then I will click on watch list. So I've already added two stocks. So let me now see where to find these two stocks which I've added. Right, okay. So you can see I have so many stocks listed in here. And what actually happened is that I've actually entered all these stocks previously, but I've shown you how you can do it. Even though I've added two stocks, I've shown you how to add those two stocks, but I've already added all these 7 or 8 stocks into my account. But you've seen how you can add each of them. So once you've added all the stocks you want to add, then the first thing you need to do is you click on holding. And when you click on holding, you can see you can edit under shares owned. So what you need to do is put how many shares you own for each of those stocks. So for Boa Food, I have 1,000 units. But let's say you have maybe 5,000. You can just click and then put 5,000. Or maybe if you have added Dangote cement and you have 3,000 of Dangote cement, you can click and add 3,000 of Dangote cement. Once you add the number of shares you own, it will ask you for the average price. The average price for this stock can be found on the website or the mobile app of your stockbroker. For example, when I bought Boa Food, I have 1,000 units of Boa Food, but when I bought about 500 first, and then I bought another 500, and the price for each of those 500 is different. So your stockbroker would have found the average price for each of those stock for you. So you can just pick from your stockbroker website or mobile app the average price for the stocks you own. Okay, so let me go back to this one. So I've put in the correct figure. So I have 1,000 units Boa Food and 1,000 units Dangote Cement, 4 units of MTN, 3,000 units of SFS REIT, 3,000 units of Stanbic, 50,000 units of GISCO, 1,000 units of NGX Group, and 1,000 units of Dangote Sugar. This is the only area you need to edit. These two, share zone and average price. Once you've put in the number of shares you own and the average price for those stocks, this other part will be populated for you automatically. You don't need to enter it. Once you put in the number of units you own and the average price, the system, the tool, will tell you the market value of your stock, to tell you the profit or loss you have gained on each stock. It will tell you the percentage gain or the percentage loss. Okay, that's one thing. Now, another thing you can do is, if you look at all the stocks we have here, you can arrange it in whichever way you like. So, for example, I can arrange it to show the one with the least price for the shares, or I can arrange it to show me the one with the highest price first. The one with the highest price first, then the price can go down. So the cheapest of my stock is Dangote Sugar, and the current price is 60 naira. The most expensive of my stock is Boa Food, and it is 692 naira 50 kobo a share. I can also ask this tool to list the shares according to the number of units I have. So I can ask it to put the one with the highest number of shares first. So the one with the highest number of shares is 50,000, followed by is Gitco, the 50,000, followed by SFS REIT with 3,000 units, then Stanbic with 3,000 units, NGX Group with 1,000 units, and so on and so forth. And I can also ask it to arrange by average price. So the one with the highest average price. So the one with the highest average price is MTN, which is 508 pound, 508 naira, 35 kobo. And then you can see. So you can play around all this. Okay, let's come back to another thing. Now you click on dividend. You now look on dividend. So it will always tell you the current price for each of those stocks. It will automatically tell you the dividend paid for each of those stocks. You don't need to do anything about this. You don't need to enter any of these figures. This tool will automatically populate all these other fields for you. All you need to do is click on holding, put in the name of the stock you own, put in the number of shares you have for each stock, and put in the average price. Everything else will be done for you. So if you come into the dividend area, everything else would have been done for you. So you can see Boa Food is the one with the highest share per unit. And the last dividend that was paid on Boa Food is 13 naira per unit. The dividend on a Dangote cement is 30 naira per unit. So the figure you are seeing here is the last dividend that was paid by each of these stock. Again, you can arrange it with the one that paid you the highest dividend. So the one that pays the highest dividend is Dangote Cement in the case of my own stocks. Remember, all the stocks you are looking at here, they are the stocks I own, and I have entered them myself, and then put in the number of stocks that I own and the average price, and all other information has been pre-populated for me by this tool. And then you can now arrange these stocks according to the one with the highest price, or the one that pays you the highest dividend, or the one that has the highest dividend yield, or the one that has the highest dividend growth. So this is a very good way to analyze your stocks, especially for people that have more than three stocks. This is the way to analyze and to see how your stocks are performing. Okay. So you need to play around all this thing because I cannot really show you everything or tell you everything, but you need to come and play around with this tool. Okay, if you click on fundamentals, so Boa Food, the unit price for Boa Food is 692 naira 50 kobo. And the revenue of a Boa Food is 1.88 trillion. The revenue for Dangote Cement is 4.17 trillion. Revenue for MTN is 4.72 trillion. Again, you can arrange this statement to show the one with the highest revenue. So if I do that, the company with the highest revenue amongst all the stocks that I have, the one with the highest revenue is MTN. and that's 4.72 trillion, followed by Dangote Cement, 4.17 trillion, followed by Boa Foods, 1.88 trillion, followed by Bitco, 1.42 trillion. Again, you can arrange it by revenue growth. So the one with the highest revenue growth is Stanbic. The revenue growth for Stanbic is 58.91%, followed by MTN, 54.04%, followed by Boa Food, 47.19%. And the next one here is EPS. So you can arrange by which one have the highest EPS. EPS stands for earning per share. And the higher the earning per share, the higher will likely be the dividend per share, because the company will only pay you from what it earned per share. So if a company is earning 57 naira per share, then it can afford to pay you, let's say how much Dangote Cement paid. Okay, dividend. Dangote Cement, it can afford to pay you 30 naira because the earning per share is 57 naira. So let's look again. Let's look again. Right. Okay. So as you can see, the earning per share for Dangote Cement is 57 naira 1 kobo. And now we want to look at the dividend it paid. So it paid a dividend of 30 naira. If it is earning 57 naira 1 kobo, it can afford to pay 30 naira per share. The dividend per share is paid out of what is earned out of the earning per share. So the higher the earning per share of a company, then the higher the dividend per share you can expect. Okay, so the earning per share for MTN is 41 naira 24, and the earning per share for Boa Food is 26 naira 11 kobo. Okay, let's do another quick experiment. So the earning per share for Boa Food is 26 naira 11 kobo. Let's see what dividend Boa Food paid. So you click on dividend and we look for Boa Food. Where is Boa Food? Okay, so Boa Food paid 13 naira per share, and its earning per share is 26 naira 11 kobo, which means it paid half of its earning per share as dividend, because 13 naira is just about half of 26. So let's look again. Boa Food. Okay, Boa Food dividend, 13 naira. And then if you go back into fundamentals, you look at the earning per share is 26 naira. So Boa Food paid 50% of its earning per share as dividend. Okay. Meanwhile, if you look at Dangote Cement, the earning per share is 57 naira 1 kobo. And let's look at the dividend it paid. Okay, so Dangote paid a dividend of 30 naira, and the earning per share is 57 naira 1 kobo, which means Dangote Cement paid more than 50% of its earning per share as dividend per share. Okay, let's have a quick look at another one. The earning per share. Okay, so for Gitco, the earning per share is 19 naira 15 kobo. That's the earning per share for Gitco, 19 naira 15 kobo. And let's see what dividend Gitco paid. So Gisco paid 8 naira and 30 kobo. So 8 naira and 30 kobo compared of 8 naira and 30 kobo as dividend compared to its earning per share of 19 naira 15 kobo. So that's a little bit short of 50%. Let's say Ditco paid about 47% of its earning per share as dividend per share. So this is the way you will analyze your stocks. You know which one is giving you good returns and which one is not giving you good returns. Okay, let's have a quick look at other things. So we look at the dividend. So this is the dividend that was paid. This is the dividend yield. This is the dividend growth. This is the ex-dividend date. And this is the payment date. So if you have any stock and you're not sure whether they have paid any dividend in the current year, all you need to do is come into stockanalysis.com, put in the names of your stocks, and then come here and have a look under payment date. And then you can see what dates they have actually made payment. For example, Dangote Sugar has not made any payment this year, but all the other stocks, they have made payment this year. Okay, performance. So we look at performance. Again, this tool will analyze the performance of your stocks. And you need to come and have a look around. I don't want to make this video to be too long. Fundamentals, we've had a look at fundamentals. You can put your own stocks and see the fundamentals. We've had a look at the earning per share, EPS growth, earning per share growth. Okay, so which of the stocks have the highest earning per share growth? So Boa Food has the highest earning per share growth. Their earning per share has systematically grown to 126%. And this one has an earning per share growth of 111.5%. That's a Dangote Cement. Okay, let's look at a few other things so that this video is not too long. Remember, if you don't register, once you log out, all this information will be deleted. But if you have done free registration and you have input the necessary information for your stocks, all this analysis will be saved in your account. So you can log out, come back in, and this information will still be there. And if at any time in point you buy more shares, you can easily update your information here, and the tool will do a recalculation. So, for example, let's say you click on holding. You remember you can always change the number of shares you own. And once you change the number of shares you own, the tool will do a recalculation for that particular tool. So at the moment, I have 4 units of MTN. Let's say I buy more units and I now have, let's say I now have 100 units. And then I put in 100 and I say that the average price is, instead of 508, let's say I put 500 and maybe 510. Let's say 510. So now it is telling me that the total value, the market value of my stocks, which is 100 units, the market value is 53,179, and it's showing me the profit or loss, the total profit and loss in percentage. So it will recalculate the information for you. So at any time in point, if anything changes with your stock, maybe you buy more, you sell some of them, you can easily come here and change this figure under shares owned. And you also need to change the average price. And everything else is done for you. The market value, the profit and loss, the total profit and loss, everything else is done for you. All this other information here under dividend, everything here will be done for you. Performance, all the information here is done for you by the tool, the earnings, the fundamentals, everything else is done for you. And also, you will always have a summary of your portfolio at the bottom page. So the summary of my portfolio, okay, let me change this one back to the correct figure. So the number of MTN stocks that I have is 4. And the average price, I think the average price is 503. Let me just check that figure. The average price for my MTN. So I'm trying to get the average price for my MTN. I've forgotten it on top of my head, so I'm just having a look on my stock mobile app. The MTN, the average price is 508 naira 35 kobo. So 508.35. Okay, so once I put that in, it's now going to recalculate everything for me. So, and then let me list my shares by the one that have the highest number of units. So Jitco has the highest number of units. I've got 50,000 units of Jitco, 3,000 units of SFS REIT, 3,000 units of Stanbic, and then the summary with my portfolio is 7,422 naira 177 kobo. And the total profit that I have made on my stocks today is 20,000 naira. Just today alone, the total profit I've made is 20,000 naira. Remember, the price of the stocks goes up and down. So this figure will be different on daily basis. So if I come back tomorrow and I log in into my account or into my stock analysis account, this figure will be different. Maybe tomorrow the profit or loss might be 25,000, maybe it might be 30,000, maybe it might be only 5,000. But this figure is updated every day by this website because I've already input the number of units that I have and the average price. And because I've also registered with the website, this information is stored in my account. If you do not register, once you come out of the page, the information will be deleted. And that means you have to re-enter them all over again. So the way it is now, when I come back here, all the stocks are there. If I buy another stock, all I need to do is click here, add new stock. I'll put the name of the stock. Let's say I buy maybe if I buy, let's say corn oil, corn oil. Remember, it has to be preceded by NGX. That shows it is a Nigerian stock. So I click on corn oil. Let's say I bought corn oil. Now you can see, let's have a look. Right. So now you can see corn oil has been added, but there is no number of shares owned and there is no average price. So every time I buy new shares, I have to add them to the list. And then I have to say how many units I have. So maybe I have, let's say I bought 1,000 units. And let's assume let's assume that the average price for corn oil is maybe 300. I'm just using a figure. That's not the correct price, but I'm just using that as a tentative. So let's say it's 300. So it will now populate the remaining information, the profit or loss, total profit and loss, and every other thing to tell you. But I'm going to delete corn oil because I've not bought it. I don't know what the share price is for corn oil. I don't know what dividend they've paid. So I'm going to delete corn oil. But again, if I want to know that those information, I can find them very quickly. So if I click on dividend, let's see corn oil, even though I've not bought the shares of corn oil, but here it's telling me that the share price for corn oil is 187 naira, and the last dividend that corn oil paid is 3 naira 50 kobo. So obviously the information I've entered over there is a bit on the high side. If corn oil is 187 naira, and that puts that I bought it at 1,000 naira. No, at 300 naira. That would have been a big loss. So let's say I bought it for 150 naira, which is below the share price. Then that will show that I've made some profit on corn oil. But anyway, let me remove corn oil because I don't have corn oil in my portfolio. And to be able to remove anything I've added here, all I have to do is click on edit, and then I will select the one that I want to remove, corn oil. And then I will click on delete, and that will be out. So now I have all my stocks back. These are the stocks that I have. This is how they have performed. And again, if you just put the cursor, it will do some explanation for you. Okay, right. Okay. Okay, so uh, right, right. I'm just trying to see. I know if you put the cursor on each of the heading, it should tell you what each of those headings is all about. Okay, let me go back. Okay, let me click on watch list. If I click on watch list, if I have not registered, everything would have been wiped out. But because I've registered, done the free registration, all the information is still there. Okay, right. Okay, so if I put it, let's see, I'm not sure why it's not giving the information on the heading, but previously I've seen it gave the information. Okay, let me go back. Okay, anyway, there is no need to worry. You know, when you click on holding, it tells you about how many shares you hold and the average price, the market value. Dividend gives you information about a dividend history of the of the stock. So if you come here, you click on Boa Food, you can see the dividend history of Boa Food. This is the dividend history. If you go back into watch list, and if I click on JITCO, and then I click on dividend, I can see the dividend history of JITCO. If I go back into watch list and I click on Stanbic, and then I click on dividend, you can see the dividend history of Stanbic. I click on watch list, Let's see what is the dividend history for NTN. Okay, click on dividend. It tells you the dividend history. So this tool is extremely good. If you are an investor, you should have this tool in your archive. And there are many other tools like this that do the same thing. But you have to be thirsty for knowledge and you have to be willing to put in the time to learn these things and how to use them. Okay, one final thing. I don't want this video to be too long, but there is one thing I still want to show you. Yes. That is the capital growth or the capital appreciation for each stock. So let me come back here. So now here I've got a list of all my stocks. So you click on the name or the symbol for each stock, Boa Food, and you want to see the capital history. It will be here. And then this capital history or capital appreciation, you can look into how the capital has increased within 1 month, year to date, or within 1 year, or within 5 years. You can see how this stock has been growing. Whoever bought this stock in 2024 at 194, 193 naira would have made a lot of gain, because if you bought it when it was 193 naira, and it is now 682 naira. That's a lot of gain. So let's go back again. Let's look for Gitco. Again, if you look at Gitco, year to date, which means from January to December 2025. So in January 2025, Gitco was about 57 naira. 57 naira. And right now, today, it is 88 naira 40 kobo. One other thing I want to point out in this video, people that are trader, not investor, there's a difference between being a trader and an investor. A trader will always sell their stock very quickly when they think they have made some small gain and they will cash out. But again, when the price is falling, a trader is also likely to sell because they are afraid. They would think they are losing money. So let me give you an example. When I bought Bitco share, that was July 2024. When I bought it, let me see if you look back 5 years. So I bought Bitco share when it was here about 44 naira 50 kobo. This is when I bought Bitco share in July 2024. And that was when it was 44 naira 50 kobo. And then gradually, Bitco share started rising, and then it got to 100 naira. And then it started coming down slowly, slowly. It came to 94 naira, 93 naira. It went up slightly, then it started falling again, and it went to 86 naira. At 86 naira, somebody who is a trader, not an investor, will panic. Ooh, it was 100 naira before, it's gone down to 86. They will probably sell it. And people like me will buy it because I know it's going to go up again. And it has started going up again and is now 88 naira 40 kobo. So if you buy a good stock, even if the price is going down, don't panic. It will still go up again. That's the lesson you need to learn. And that's the difference between a trader and an investor. An investor keep their stock for a very long time. They don't panic, they don't sell. They keep their stock for a very long time. But a trader, when the price is going up, they sell it, cash out, thinking they've made profit. If the price is going down, they panic and think they will lose money and they sell at a loss. and people like me will buy it. Okay, so that's just about it. You can always see how the price of these stocks have been moving. And again, you can use it to decide. Okay, let me do one more. Let me see how the price of MTN stock has moved. Right, again. So within 1 year, that's, let's say, from around December 2024, if you have bought MTN around December 2024, you would have paid 175 naira. From 175 naira, if you keep your MTN stock from December 2024 up till now, so you imagine how much capital gain or appreciation you've made from 175 naira to 531 naira. You can see how the stock has moved up gradually. To be honest with you, 2025 has been a bullish run in the stock market in Nigeria. But the most important thing you have to bear in mind is that you make sure you don't put all your eggs in one basket. So don't just buy one or two stocks, buy about five. But again, when you buy five different stocks, make sure they are in different sector. There is no point buying Stanbic Bank, Access Bank, UBA, Zenith Bank, and Gitco. You've put all your money into one sector because all the company I've just mentioned, they are all in the banking sector. But if you buy maybe one or two stocks from the banking sector, you buy one from the food and beverage, you buy one from maybe finance, you buy one from real estate, then you have spread your investment into different sector of the economy, even though all your purchases or all your investment is still in the capital market. When you buy stocks, you're buying from the capital market. But within the capital market, make sure you diversify your portfolio. Beyond the capital market, you also diversify your portfolio by investing into the money market. Money market is a different topic, which I'm not going to cover in this video. Money market include federal government savings bond, mutual fund, and the treasury bill. So that is a topic for another day. Thank you very much for watching this video. Remember, stockanalysis.com. Put in the web link, come in here, do your free registration, and begin to analyze your stock, begin to do your due diligence, knowing which one you should keep, which one you should sell, and how each of your stock is performing. And there are still many other things you can learn from this website, but I need to keep the video short. It's already about 45 minutes, so I have to end it here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in another video. And if there is anything you want me to look into, put your comment into the description section or into the comment area. Thank you, and I'll see you again.